Putting those two names together can jumpstart a host of feelings and memories through Tuscaloosa and Baton Rouge. Moments of frustration, disbelief, and jubilation due to the battles that these two have had. From national championship games to season derailments, this rivalry has had it all, and we've got even more for you today. An iconic venue, Tiger Stadium, Baton Rouge. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the LSU Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, the LSU head coach told me before the game, this is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go, and he has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Might be changing the route. Running inside. It's Berry. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of this.
Dashing the knee on the right. The 20. Pass to Tech, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, LSU. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit to keep him from getting the sideline. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Complete to start this drive. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Throwing Russell. It's complete on the right side. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And, you know, Alabama at the quarterback spot, obviously, you need that great player. When they've had the great player, these teams have been really, really great. The last couple years, man, you've kind of seen the inconsistencies come out at that spot. So finding that next...
Snags it, and there's running room. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, you know, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Now here's Russell. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He works it inside the 20-yard line, down to the 19. That's where they'll spot it. Short of the first down, now a decision to be made.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Finds his big tight end. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Russell takes the easy one to the back. Touchdown, Bama! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Man, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Palmer. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications are on the line, and the intensity level in this game, it's simply unmatched in college football.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wants to throw. It's Levin. Quickly complete.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got him. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Trying to set up the screen. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Keelan Russell. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Gets the back moving. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Now here's Russell. Throws for the tight end. On target over the middle. just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Throwing Russell. Got it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. A great catch and run for 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Throwing right. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Tigers. Into the end zone with a breakaway score. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he makes the extra point. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. As productive as these 2 offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Makes the catch on the left. Off and running. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
And he tacks on the extra point. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
So now it's 2nd and long. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Got a long grass. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
Man, that is exactly how you execute an RPO. Like, quick read, get the ball out of your hand, get it to your receiver in space really quickly, on target, and you can make big plays. They made that RPO look so smooth and so effortless.
Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Pocket breaking down. He's got it. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
Yeah, and you got to love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Levin. Sends it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of saying, hey, we got to make sure we take him away.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Quick release on the RPO. There he goes. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big game.
Could be an alley. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They've finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Russell. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, they're trying to hit the slant, right? That's a bang-bang type play. It's got to happen fast. Good throw. Receiver just couldn't come up with the catch.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Now here's Russell. Makes the catch. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He slides that just inside the right upright, and that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Oregon taking on the number 5 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Ducks with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor. They now move to 9-0 on the season, one of the best starts in the history of the program. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Going to the run to start this second half.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Keelan Russell. It's on target and complete.
In offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. A designed run for the quarterback. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. There's some room. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. 4th down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
They want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football.
You're exactly right, Luis. They are sending a very clear message to this defense. We're going to run the football. We don't care what you do, but you are not going to stop us.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Russell from the gun on third down. They're working that left side. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. They converted fourth down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. They want to run this quarterback. No room to run, and he'll be stopped for no gain on 4th and 2.
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that fourth down, guys. That was a designed quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage. But just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free, you just can't do a better job than the defense did on that fourth down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Handoff, Caden Durham. Now on first down from the 40. Back to throw, it's Levitt. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback may change this route. And back to the air on 2nd down. Bring in the heat. Avoids pressure on the right. On the move at the 30. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep
finding some room. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that? Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back into the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit whole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation if they're expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Tide ready to roll on offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Tigers. And they turn it into a defensive score. On to attempt to try. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Hill. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Quick release by the QB. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
And after that last completion netted a big fat 0, they're looking at 2nd and 10. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the 2nd half.
They've got a 3rd down and manageable from right around midfield. Reads it, fires complete. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Has to get there to move the sticks. At the 35, he's open. There he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I absolutely love this, man. I love offenses that stay aggressive. Like, yes, you could have kicked the field goal. Obviously, the longer the field goals get, man, the least amount of percentages you make. Stay aggressive. Keep it in your offensive hands. And I love the physicality up front on that 4th down.
But defense, we have got to find a way to get that guy on the ground. That is poor tackling. It's poor run defense. It's one thing in that situation to give up a 1st down, fine. You can't let him take it to the house. For an explosive run like that, that is a backbreaker if you're on defense.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing Russell. He's going to take a shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Running inside, it's Hill. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Now here's Russell. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Man, momentum is a real thing in college football, and you're seeing it shift here in the third quarter. The defense just forced a 3-and-out. Their offense scored a touchdown the last time out. We've got a close game, but all of the momentum is squarely now on their side.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Caught, and he's got room. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes that Alabama offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a... Oh, he's got some space. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Defensive coordinators always... swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, LSU. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. They'll try to add another to their lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And he'll bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
The give on the option. Makes it past the marker. Might have a chance. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Russell. Oh, they're after him. Hit as he throws. Got a man in the middle. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. Offense gets set for 2nd down.
95-96 bridge. 95-96 bridge. Bubba.
Looking to pass. It's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Bringing it back. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Tiger. The defense putting points on the board. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the 4th quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Gets it out quickly. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Keelan Russell. Fires quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Rides to back and leaves it. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Throwing Russell. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Back to throw, it's Russell. Makes the grab on the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays.
Headed to the end zone. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Dropping back, it's Levitt. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. Second and long working here.
And, man, is that a just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Now facing a third and long from the 50-yard line. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Where did he go?
Russell. Using the quick game. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Back to pass, it's Russell. Into the end zone. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. He's at the 40. At the 20. And with the pick 6. Touchdown, Tigers. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like,